Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. This is Legit Agents. Today, another fun one. Subjective, I think they're all fun, but also super similar to the last video, but we're gonna be talking about best real estate marketing strategies. And yes, we talked about not being scripted, so yes, I'm deliberately looking at a notebook just to give you guys permission to be unscripted and organically yourself while you're on camera. But with that being said, let's talk about it.
Let's go. What's up, guys? We are the Legit Agents. I am Eli Schmidt. This is my business partner, Will Grimes. And if it's your first time coming to our channel, first of all, welcome. We appreciate you being here. Second of all, before you go any further, hit that subscribe button and don't forget the notification bell, because every Tuesday and every Thursday morning, we're dropping a new one of these videos and we are telling you the most non-BS real estate training, how to succeed in this current market.
Correct. And we're going to get right to it. We're going to be talking about the best marketing strategy. Yeah. And I want to come at you a little bit different with this because there's more to it than just the popular, right? Like the popular cliche thing we could be talking about right now is video.
Yep.
Right? Like, best marketing strategy is video and building a brand. Yes and yes. But it's like, where do you start and what do you do? And first and foremost, right? Like the number one thing that has helped us execute from our YouTube channel or prior to our YouTube channel has been being practitioners, being extremely professional and extremely adequate at getting deals done. So when we talk about our Living in Denver, Colorado channel, it's got over 5,000 subscribers. That's cranking 13 million a month in volume. Well, it's a very hot market. Matter of fact, Denver is the second hottest market behind San Diego.
They named it San Diego.
If we're not winning deals and winning offers, if we're not executing contracts once they are under contract super well to the closing table, doesn't matter how many buyers we have come through that channel, we're not going to get to 13 million in volume a month. I promise you that. And yes, we do put our clients into a private Facebook group that are all friends that can communicate there, that are all prior clients from Will and Eli, right? So we put them in a category where they can hang out and talk to each other. And you've got folks that are native to Colorado, you got folks that are new to Colorado. And yes, that is a melting pot for referrals. And it's a great spot for us to talk about private events that are coming up for our prior clients, different things that are going on, all of the interaction between the prior clients together. They're going out for coffee or they're taking kids to the museums together and they're meeting new friends. It's phenomenal. None of that is even possible if we didn't crush the process for them. The second thing is like video. Okay, well, where to put video? YouTube, yes. Facebook, yes. Instagram, yes. Primarily YouTube because it's a little bit more of a long formal, long form content.
Well, people go on there to search too.
That's the thing. People are going to YouTube to search content. Like if you throw something on Facebook or on Instagram, it's not necessarily what they're looking for. You just happen to fall in your newsfeed. Yes, there is value. Yes, you still have to be consistent there to be top of mind, but YouTube is where people are actually searching for content. It's the second strongest search site behind Google, and Google owns YouTube. So guess what Google does? They throw YouTube content onto the top of it where people are searching. Great, Will. How the hell do we do that? Or, hey, being a professional at a super high level with buyer prezos and listing prezos and managing clients at a super professional level. Yes, there are things to that. How do we do that? Which leads me to my indirect point for this entire video of like the best marketing strategy you could have would encompass all of those. And how do you encompass all of those? You put yourself around the right people, become resourceful, and start understanding you're managing broker, employing brokers, big box brokerages, little box brokerages, any brokerages. Like they're not there to help you build your brand or your business, and they're not necessarily professionals at new age real estate where you've got to find a platform to market yourself and just a new way of doing business. So the number one thing you should be doing is being resourceful and finding people to team up with that can help show you the direction to your next level.
Now, prime example of this, real-time story time. When Will and I were at Berkshire Hathaway, we're at EXP now, prior to us making the move over here, which was just about a year ago. We had built a team to our first year. We had a team at Berkshire Hathaway. We hit top 1% in the world for all of Berkshire Hathaway. The following year, we bumped that up to top 0.5% in all the world for Berkshire Hathaway. And what we were doing then was primarily video and personal branding, social media, and we trained our team on that as well. That was no leads, that was no YouTube.
No YouTube yet. We are double our production from where we were at Berkshire Hathaway. We are literally doubling our production by just adding how adequate we've gotten at YouTube in addition to that. Yeah. And I know what he's going to say. It was the guys that we got introduced to that were kings of YouTube. These guys had one of the biggest YouTube channels on the planet, period. And yes, it was great being resourceful.
Not YouTube, period. Real estate for Legion.
Talking real estate.
Yeah.
Yeah, not for video game, for real estate. But the bottom line was, yes, our Day 100 podcast has been phenomenal. There's another platform for content. We had one of those guys on the podcast. It was great. We hit it off. We started having more curious questions for ourselves than just for our audience that listens to our podcast. Yes, we linked up, and hey, we teach them a lot of great stuff within leadership and after action reports and how we grew our team and how well our systems and processes work once we get a hold of a client, which has been a great benefit for them. But they were able to teach us tools and skill sets as far as not so much being comfortable on video, like we've been doing that for a while. It was more on the logistical side of how to actually operate the back ends of YouTube, which has made us successful. So it was a very quid pro quo. But the bottom line was, guys, we got around the right people that were making us,
huge.
We were leveling up because of it, and we were also able to be a value add for them. But the bottom line was, no disrespect to any other brokerages or Berkshire Hathaway, there was nothing we got from Berkshire Hathaway. Like our after action reports, our accountability meetings, everything that we taught our team on how to execute and being professionals was his entrepreneur background, and it was me being in your Marine Corps Special Operations Command units and being a police officer and doing some government contract work for a long time. It's 16 years of leadership and how to bring the best out in people. And yes, a lot of those fundamentals fall right in trace, whether it's real estate or military operations. There's just a way to get people to operate at a super high level and help them with decision-making abilities, and then how to execute on them that, yes, brings the best out in them. So yes, a lot of our history is what we are, is what made us what we are, not necessarily a name. And I will say that here with EXP. EXP is not making us who we are. However, yes, it was great to get around the people that brought us on because, yes, they are super high-level dudes that taught us something. And now, because it's a cloud-based brokerage, we can sit here and teach anyone across the country and team up with anybody across the country. The number one thing we found at Berkshire was our influence is limited because you had to be in that office because it was a franchise model.
Small little ecosystem.
Right, so we saw our future. How do you do more deals than we were already doing? You just add more people to the same centrally located office, but at some point we're stepping on each other's toes. And man, that influence, like I get jazzed up when I get a lead and influence people. So if I'm in that central location and that's all I can do, it's very limited. And then I've got agents that are stepping on each other's toes, especially if you're trying to teach them how to do YouTube channels or throw events and be subject matter experts of certain areas. There's only so many areas to go around if we all have to be in a certain commute space to an office because that's where we have to work, right? So very limiting. Venturing out has been fun because we can influence a lot of folks. We've already influenced other agents around the country, which has been the number one most beneficial thing to this channel and to just being over here. But the bottom line, beyond all of that, our backbone of doing deals and being practitioners and feeding our family and creating a future for ourselves is still doing deals and having our team do deals. So the things that we learned by getting around those right people, 1,000% worth it, 1,000% what comes first before anything else in leadership.
The massive success that we found from going from our normal Facebook and Instagram platforms with video over to YouTube. Here's the deal. Your social media, it's a finite resource. You're gonna wear them out, right? And if you're not constantly getting your face in front of new buyers, new potential sellers, people who are seeking information about where it is that you live, you're going to limit yourself. There is a ceiling on that, and that is kind of what we found is by hitting all these awards at Berkshire Hathaway and stuff. Again, that was our sphere. But you started to see, it was like, man, you can't exponentially grow that. So getting out in front of a new audience and new faces was critical. That's why we're talking to you not only just about video content, but specifically YouTube. So maybe you've been doing some video content for a while and you're getting some results out of it and you're doing an okay number of deals per year. Man, if you want to double and triple your income.
And it's not just Denver. Like, I know, hey, you guys are in Denver, and there's a lot of people moving to Denver. Yeah, there's channels in Boise, Idaho that crush.
Yeah.
There's channels in small town Florida areas that crush. The bottom line is they crush. And how are you going to continue to get yourself in front of new clients? Well, one, everybody we've helped, they go into great private groups where we can all mingle and we can do a lot of really cool stuff for events and follow up within the people and capitalize on these new deals that we've done. But we're still continuing to get in front of new faces. And how are we doing that? It's because we're creating content on the right platforms, the right way, at a consistent high level. And yes, can you do that as well? Yes. And how can you do it? Teaming up with the right people.
That's right.
And yes, we're looking at teaming up with more people, right? To help you build your brand and your business. So that number popping back up below, this is the call to action. We do want you calling it. We do want you texting it. We would love to help you out. If an email is more comfortable for you, definitely throw the email. But the bottom line is, guys, regardless of what direct thing people are telling you to do, video, getting in front of new people, build a brand, like all of these things that are very direct, they become short-lived if you're not around the right people that can actually help you become successful at scale, operating behind the scenes to actually get things to grow. So if that's for you, we would love to hear from you. Like this video if you like it. Please subscribe if you guys want to continue to see more. But until next video, we'll see you guys soon.
See you guys.